someone for today who will share you a beautiful presentation about how to gain trust of your clients in just in 7 seconds. So let me lower the screen share. So I have this presentation for you today, and before I will start. So my name is Vlad. I am founder and CEO at Belkins and Folgerly. So Belkins, this is sales B2B agency where we are mastering the lead generation and appointment setting in B2B space. And for 6 years, we already get the proof of record. We growing twice or thrice per year in people. We have 300 people worldwide. Our main focus, US-based companies. And Folgerly is our first product, which is related to what we were doing in Belkins with B2B lead generation, and especially with cold email outreach, which is the bread and butter here in Belkins. So Folgerly is email deliverability solution that helps your email to avoid being blacklisted or going down to a spam folder. So basically this is DHL for email infrastructure. And with 10 years of experience in building and growing service companies, and especially with my initial focus with sales tech and martech, I can say that we are pretty good in getting the customer attention, because this space, sales and marketing space, can be tricky, and there's thousands of different companies. And if you are in sales and marketing, you put a lot of efforts in your brand recognition, brand awareness. So in this particular space, and another also, but in this particular, it's hard to get the customer attention because they are slammed with the information. So first thing first, starting with the data. So research from Missouri University of Science and Technology suggests that people form their first impression of website, product, or service that they interacting to in less than 0.2 of a second, which is crazy, right? We have so many information that's surrounding us, and we just need few moments to realize this is a good thing or this is a bad thing, or does someone wanted to scam me, or does someone wanted to bring quality on the table. And few more interesting numbers here. 87% of consumers that read online reviews before making any purchase decision, which is also almost 100%, which is crazy, especially for e-commerces and companies like Amazon in place. 94% of consumers are likely to be loyal to a brand that offers complete transparency, which we will talk about in a second. So what is trust and psychology of trust? It's the science of getting first impression and having positive lasting impact about your brand, about yourself, about your product, about your service. There's a simple 7-second rule that we pretty adopted in Belkins and all of my companies, where we're understanding that each and every email, each and every meeting, each and every call, each and every appearance in public speaking should be polished as hell, because you need to form impression, and with the first impression of yourself, you are representing your brand, basically, etc. And this kind of tricky world where there is so many content, and where the content already TikTok clip with 5-7 seconds of your attention, and you just have this kind of time to catch the attention and form the first impression. So the science of first impressions, their lasting impact, is basically about 3 main crucial things. The first impression are formed in milliseconds. So once you popped up with the information, popped up with the graphic, popped up with the email, you already have engagement with your clients, with your recipients. So this quite obvious that the first thing that people think about you will represent about what things that you send to him or show to him or whatever. So those judgments have lasting impact. So if, for example, you send pure email with pure formatting to your clients, no matter like B2B or B2C you are in, so you form the representation of your brand, and they expect that you are doing like just normal or bad, or if you put a lot of efforts in just like email that's sending, I don't know, the information about your company, where you have quite good Polish text, where you're saving time for the reader of your email. It already forms the impression that you like care about the person that working with this. And if you're understanding this neuroscience, it helps you to basically form a better decision, which is help you down the road with gaining trust. So 7-second rule is basically simple. When people interacting with something, they have only like up to 7 seconds. I would say that up to 7 seconds to form opinion. When I go to the website, and if I understand that the website quiet, like slow to load, and I'm just have this feeling that in nowadays when you have like I don't know like satellites, internet, and your website is loading too long, I just don't want to spend time, so I rather to go to another website. Or when you like when you send email, I will talk about emails more today because of the experience, and especially how you can get this trust only with text, basically in nowadays where you can like utilize a lot of the tools. That's kind of crucial thing, I think. So email. So imagine like email that you're currently receiving to your inbox, and there's like plenty of emails. So I would say there is HTML emails, there is plain text emails, or maybe there's some, I don't know, like abandoned carts from your shopping lists. And when you go inside those emails, you always have like, hi John, hi Vlad, hope you're doing well, and you basically your inbox slammed with those. So that's think about this. That's not the right approach if you are having repeating emails from other companies and they are pretty similar. But if you finding email that like saving your time, and you really like have this feeling that I should answer because this person put a lot of efforts in this email. So that's the basically main difference with it. With the calls, your script, and what are you saying to your clients also matters. But this representation with lasting effect, it help you down the road. If you're starting to, like we did with Belkins, we're starting to play in a game where we are offering premium service in the lead generation space, where there is a lot of companies that already like the niche is overwhelmed with those kind of agencies here, and we're starting to do premium. What kind of in the service matter premium is basically this is how you work with your clients. So with Balkans, we are result oriented. We are do like whatever it takes to deliver to clients. So what does it mean? So imagine we are in the B2B appointment setting. We guarantee to our clients that we will schedule those kind of 15 meetings, 15 SQLs to your business. And at the end, we are end up with 10. So my team will like from the first representation where I in the meeting, the sales meeting, where they say that our team is the best, incredible team, like best in space, best in sales, best in marketing, they expect that we will do something. But if we will like just like drop the project, it's not how the things work, right? If you like form the right impression, so you need to stick to it till the end, because this is how the relationship, like basically both personal and professional, works. So just keep this in mind. And from my experience, the basic trust with working with your clients, no matter again with B2B or B2C clients, basically stands on those four pillars. Imagine that you have four-leg table, and if you remove one of those, your table starting to be wobbly. So speaking of those pillars, authenticity, which is quality of the content, or anything that you wanted your clients interact with. Transparency, how transparent you are about your pricing model, about who you are. There's often thing here with transparency that companies in space, especially European companies, Asian companies, they faking that they are have presence in the US, and they putting like, you know, American names in their emails and starting to engage with the American markets, was having feeling that they will have more answers because they like have a different name. And there's a lot of people who are doing that. One of our clients from Norway region and a few other clients from the US, they give me like cool thought about it. So why are you wanted us to work with you if you don't even like show your real name, show your like employees, people, team, or your website? Why you do have like stock pictures? What is it basically? How you can form trust if you have not your team, not yourself over the emails, over your website, and you already like messed up with the first impression and representation of your company at the beginning, and they just like, you know, put those emails to spam folder and don't want to get from them again because they are doing business in the wrong manner. Relevance is about having relevant content and be represent at the current time, when you just don't want to send like old information, outdated information, and stick to quality content. And reliability, how reliable are you are from your first email, first cold call, first meeting, first personal meeting, or whatsoever. So those pillars, it's more about having like right, right foundation of trust that you are building with your client. Channels. Speaking about the channels, I already mentioned a lot about the first impression, emails, calls, social media, brand awareness, personal, corporate. So when you are working with like within the B2B space, which is really important here to have like LinkedIn pages, Facebook pages, Twitter page, X.com right now, basically representing yourself as a professional of what you are doing, showing that you have social credit. And as I show from Missouri University, from the data standpoint, 97% of those people shopping online, like both B2B and B2C again, and 80% of those people, 87% of those people reading the reviews, meaning that they will go for information about you, about your company, and basically about everything that you wanted to like talk to them, pitch to them, and selling to them. And if you do form the first impression from like social media, you have like Polish LinkedIn page with headline, with spelling of your name, with experience, with bio, with education, with the words, etc. And you're constantly posting your content, and you give the first impression about yourself that you care about what you're doing, and you're showing the expertise, and you're sharing your knowledge. Or with the emails, as being said, the way you're approaching to emails, you always need to understand that there is people that like receiving like hundreds of emails. Even though I'm currently representing this kind of presentation, I suppose my email mailbox on Gmail already slammed with like at least 50 or 100 emails telling me something, showing me something, sending me some information. So I really like the approach how Morning Brew newsletter is doing. So morningbrew.com, you can go and subscribe to their newsletter. So they represent the newsletter with TLDR, basically a short description about what this kind of newsletter would be about the global economy, news, IT news, whatever. And you're just saving your time if you don't have any because you have a lot of meetings planned for the meeting or you have another matter. So emails like important component, and you just need to understand you don't want to send like emails which is like long read. You don't want to sound that you are selling something to your client because they don't want that. They just want to understand that you are care about them, that you are here for them, and you wanted to save their time, give them, I don't know, ROI from working with you, return of investment, and basically be there for them with the cold calls, with the meetings. So with the meetings, you always need to have your, like, I can say for the Zoom meetings, for Hangouts meetings, especially, and I will talk more about calls a bit later. So with the online presence, you should have great background. You should be like ready to represent yourself if you're since we're living basically in like digital hybrid era right now, when someone is working from home, someone working from office, someone work from another country, someone work from another co-working space. So you just wanted to represent yourself in the right way. You need to have camera enabled, like always camera on, representing yourself, your face expressions. You wanted to have a good look, a good closing, good like basically representation of yourself, which is have a great impact later on to your client. If you do have like meetings from home and you don't want to like show your background, use virtual backgrounds. There is plenty of them in both Hangouts and Zoom helping with that. If you do have like a lot of noise, like working from coffee space or like another space, you just can put a lot of noise reduction tools like Crisp, or I don't know, Apple AirPods or Hangouts, or Google Meet or Zoom. So basically you can like suppress your noise volume and you already will have better representation of yourself. When it takes to cold calls and basically the calls, so how you sound, how you confident with each and every word you're saying will define how those people answer to you. So that's super simple. But again, the cold call's pretty rough when it takes to like catching person in the not right moment. So be ready for that. And speaking about like brand awareness, your personal corporate. So when you're representing yourself as like, CEO, founder, or sales or marketing person, so you wanted to have all of those combined as your main channels of what you are doing, how you are doing, and give your clients an idea. So if they interact with you, they will have this kind of top-notch quality of conversation, of trust, authenticity, reliability, transparency, and basically like those kind of pillars of trust. So you have this foundation and people more willing to work with you rather than people who like faking their names, don't showing their faces. So again, pretty simple. And what I can say, so the role of technology in trust building. So there is a lot of tools that data-driven decisions shape trust, right? So basically, what is all about. So when you are like in digital era with AI like booming everywhere, that's already buzzword. So what kind of data-driven things works here? So you can personalize your emails, personalize your approaches, because all those people you're interacting with, especially in B2B space, have their also brand awareness, social pages, they can send emails, so you can like put yourself in their shoes as well. And when it takes to personalization, and which is like key right now, personalization in both way, like personal and corporate. So if you are working with your acquisition channels with email, for example, you always need to know like basic data. So who you're sending emails to. So if you're sending emails, hi there, I have this offer for you, that's complete bullshit. So you need to focus on like personalize your email. So let's say, hi Vlad, saw your last LinkedIn article about AI, like really impressed, wanted to like give you kudos about that. So and then you basically building the relationship over the email, having this kind of type of conversation. And it's on just about email, but with the website, and when we are taking this to the more global scale, I would say that when it takes to companies and how you can build trust. So form your website if you're doing, let's say, service business. would be great if you will be niche as possible. So being niche meaning that I'm doing this only for hospitals. I'm doing this only for, I don't know, CRM systems. I'm doing this only for barber shops or other things. So when you are personalize your approach for certain people, when you are using their language, you're building trust with them. Especially when you are niche, building the case studies, content, all materials around it, they will just want to engage with you because they think that there's expert like near them. So that's like just like common sense of what and how we are with the Belkins for the 6th year in a row, push harder than ever, putting the service where we have red ocean of competitors and putting ourselves in the first place over like US in the B2B appointment setting, using only email as a channel now, and now we're scaled all things up. So that's completely true. And transparency in AI foster the truth. So I recently I served Amazon and saw that people like starting to like you saw that there's a lot of basically books that people starting to make around making around like after AI boomed, and basically they are putting label that AI helped me to create this book. And when you're transparent and not bullshitting your clients, you have more sales than people that doing the same book but without like AI label, for example, that they make this with the AI. Especially it takes to like child books for childs, like fairy tales and etc. Because AI good with creating those. Privacy and ethical AI are trust boosters. So again, you need to respect your clients and put your clients first in each and everything that you're doing. If we are talking about doing business, no matter your clients are like just like regular people or is kind of companies, small, mid-sized companies or enterprise companies. So you need to respect their privacy and show them that you are actually care about them. So I basically leave you a few links to learn more about Belkins, Folgely, and also I have my personal newsletter where I'm sharing my experience of building trust, and basically my experience about being here, building companies, and my feelings about everything. So what I can say about the trust. So trust is the thing that you always like overlook at the beginning when you are starting any business, any company, any venture that you have, because you are focusing on other things like how I can bring like clients, how I can build my product in the right way. So I think the best way to keep this in mind that you just want to be like honest, transparent, and deliver the quality, because there is like 8 billion of people living in this planet, and you can imagine how we are overwhelmed with all the information, with the emails, with the cold calls, whereas when you're going outside you have a lot of banners that like killing you. So try to be more authentic about it when it takes to your clients. Give them what they really want. They don't want to spend their time on you. They want it to be like important for you, like that you care about them, they care about their problems, that you showing yourself as a professional, so you respect them, you enable your camera even though if they don't do so, etc. And that's simple truth that you have only 7 seconds for that. So before proceed with all those things that I'm like discovering on this webinar, you can just go after it and starting to polish your social social digital footprints. Basically your digital footprints is the first thing that you needed to take care right now, because when you're like representing like your company, building your company, you wanted to have like great profile. So when people Google for you, they find you as a like leader, builder, company founder, etc. And when they engage with you, so you keep the mark and like of what you wanted to what you want to receive yourself, how you answer, how you like going on a meeting, how you schedule those meetings. So people like personal connection, and people really, really wanted you to be here for them if you're building some company. So on this note, thank you everyone for listening. I'm hope you enjoy it, and I'm pretty like really open if you wanted to connect me on LinkedIn, ask any questions. So feel free. Thank you guys. Take care.